Welcome back. This is part 3 of the introduction to my Deepening Your Love Couples course. So part 3 of the course is all about creation. The principle is that we want to be the creators of our life as it unfolds, rather than just be at the effect of life coming at us and being on the hamster wheel and just managing the day-to-day and waking up 5 years, 10 years, 30 years later going, holy moly, what happened? And not only is our life not feeling as great as it could have been, but what if we've lost each other? What if we've lost this precious, precious gift of a deep love? So that's a sacrifice I don't want any of you to have to make because you just got too busy. So this is usually a fun part of the course. That's why I leave it to the end. And it's a build on the other ones that we've been doing. It's hard to actually get down deep and to imagine magnificent possibilities for ourselves if we're not present and connected, if we're not really deeply listening to ourselves and each other. There's a whole bunch more in those first 2 segments, but these are just the initial tastes. So to begin this exercise, I'm going to encourage you to find a time again when you can put away the distractions. And it's often helpful to have a pen and paper. Just go old school, so you're not dealing with any technology. And one of you is going to be the inquirer. You're going to be asking your partner. So I'm going to guide you in a short preparation meditation. And then, so you'll know what that feels like. And then there's 2 roles. One is going to go in, and the other one is going to ask questions. And then the one that's having the experience is just going to feel and listen and find inside. And it's quite fun, actually, if you let the question come in. And often our mind comes in really quickly and says, oh, I know the answer to that. I know the answer to that. Then go all the way back and do some of that nice slow breathing. And see if you can drop the stone again and get really present, and especially soften your heart and soften your belly, and see if you can respond from a deeper place. If then you do respond, the inquirer is also going to be the scribe. So whatever they say, just write it down, summarize it if it was a lot. And then you're going to ask again. And you can say it the exact same way. There's some specific questions I'm going to be guiding you in. Or you can say, tell me more about that. What does that feel like? What does that give you? Why does that matter to you? So let's do the introductory preparation. And then I'll guide it once so that you can both feel it. And then you can turn this off and practice together. So for this first round, both of you just sit. So I'll be the guide and the inquirer, and you just notice how this goes, and then you can do this for each other. So pen and paper are there, pencil and paper, whatever you got. And then back to the beginning, get yourself as present and centered, especially in your body. Support yourself with cushions, feet on the floor or up on a stool. Just get as comfortable as you can. And then turn up the dial as best as you can. Use your breath. Focus your mind. Pay attention to the moment. You can scan inside, notice how you feel, and then use that nice full breath and slowed down exhale to see if you can get yourself really present. And then both of you are going to be the receiver of this. And I'm just simply going to say, please tell me, what are your hopes and dreams right now? What deeply matters to you? What do you really care about? And this last one is a big one. Tell me, what's your purpose? What's your purpose for living? What do you feel like you're here to be and do in this life? So each of you had an opportunity to just notice those questions. One of you will be the inquirer and the scribe, and the other one will take their turn to see what round one brings up. Write it down, and then do it again. Ask the same questions, and if the person gets a little blank, or that's all I got, or I don't know, then here's the clarifying questions. Please tell me more about that. Give me some more details. What does that feel like when you're experiencing your hopes and dreams? What about that makes a difference in your life? Give me some examples of what it would be like if that were happening. Tell me a moment when you felt like you were really living your life purpose. So what you're doing with those is you're asking the person to get more specific. So it's a simple exercise to describe. Take your time with it. At least give the speaker at least 2 rounds. First one, ask the first questions, write it down, and then go back and ask the same questions and ask them to go deeper, to get more in detail, more specific. And write it down, and then switch and flip the roles. And then when you have this, just sit with each other and imagine, what if we created our life so that these were being fulfilled? Our hopes and dreams, our deepest heart's desires, our life purpose, the things that deeply matter to us. You may already know all these things, or it may have been a while since you went here. So write them all down. They might be totally different. They might be quite aligned. And what would we want to do with our current life? What could we adjust? What changes would we want to make? So we make sure that those things are being taken care of and are being expressed and being fulfilled. So there's a whole bunch more to this part of the course. So how do we actually get it clear? I use the beautiful life chart with all the different segments, and there's ways to assess where's our energy going now, what kinds of things do we do that kind of fills up our day and just keeps us on the hamster wheel and keeps us a little bit up here and just managing what's coming at us, and how do we shift over to being visionaries. And there's a really fun exercise that I love to do with you. It's called blue sky thinking, and we take each of the segments of your life and go, okay, no limits. What if there was infinite money? What if we had our most fantastic home and place where we live? What if all of our energy was going into our life purpose and we were just being crazy fulfilled? What would be happening in our family life? What would be happening in our health? What would be happening in our community contribution? Whatever those segments are that are important to you, and we dial it up from just managing life to being the creators of a really fulfilled life. And then there's a whole other set of exercises about, okay, then how do we manifest that? It's easy to imagine it. It's easy to put it down on a piece of paper. How do we actually attract it to us? So that's what segment 3 is about. I'd be very curious to have you try this exercise with each other. It's just a lead in to a lot more. Drop some comments if you would. And that's it for these 3 introductory videos. And obviously, if you're intrigued and you're interested and you want to either try doing a live 3-session intro to the Deepening Your Love course and work with me in person live, there's absolutely an opportunity to choose that. And if you want to take the whole enchilada and do the whole 12 weeks, needless to say, it would fulfill me and my life purpose to be able to share all of that with you. These are my life learnings that I live by and practice in my own life and share with those that I really want to support. So if you're interested, reach out to me. You can reach out by email or DM me on whatever platform you're watching this on, and we can set up a discovery call, and then we can set up some dates to begin if that's where you'd like to go. Thank you for listening. I hope this is helpful. Just keep loving on yourselves and each other. It's the greatest gift life has to give, and you guys have won the lottery. Take care. Bye for now.